So we open with Kathy Hilton taking the girls down to Del Mar. So Dorit called Kathy and she said, I got a bone to pick with Garcelle. She says she doesn't feel invited into the group and says we're coming for her. I want to know who, because I think she's talking about me. She is, and you do. But honestly, it's just you never shut up and she's telling you to shut up like everybody else in the group, so I don't know why you're not used to it. Like Kathy said, so you've heard this before. Kathy listening to Dorit but ain't taking nothing she says seriously. She's like, right. Kathy don't give a crap about these girls. So everybody's caravanning down to Del Mar. Erika got the dog, so she's like, I've got an excuse to leave early. Crystal sees it. She's like, you just ain't getting in the car with Sutton and her sack dresses. But I'm not surprised because all Erika does is avoid things she doesn't want to do. She avoids working by marrying her coot. She avoids questions by telling bold-faced lies. And she avoids aging with Botox. She's an avoider. Kathy forgot her purse with her phone. How'd you forget your phone? How the hell you get home? Also, doesn't production need to call you and let you know where you need to be? I don't know how you be forgetting your phone. Kathy said, oh, well, just call the lady. Kyle says, who's the lady? The lady that works at my house. I don't know her name. It's so interesting that Kyle will call Kathy Mrs. Hilton in front of the staff. Like, I'd say Kathy's, you know Kathy. I ain't having nobody in my house call me Mr. Rodgers. Maybe Biffa Rodgers. Sutton done something to her ankle. I guess she done sprained it and her feet seem to be raw. So she can't get in her ugly heels. So she wears her ugly flats. Or her ugly Birkenstocks. I hope you feel better, Heifer. And I hope you get some taste, too. Kathy is in the presidential suite. Kyle said, yeah, when I traveled with her, I thought I knew first class. She's first class. Child, they want people to go back to the movies bad. They hired Nicki Kidman to do a little commercial for AMC, and I'm sure that ran them a smooth few milli. So everybody at the hotel and we all meeting in Kathy's suite. However, Sutton's got to go to the doctor to get her x-ray. So Kyle's like, well, at least we'll get a moment of peace between the tension between Erika and Sutton. So Kathy has all the ladies go down and meet at the pop-up picnic. This pop-up picnic is cute. I wonder if they'll have more caviar pie. Oh, they're eating amongst the sea lions. And Kyle gonna say the sea lions are posing like Dorit on Instagram. No, the sea lions are more majestic. So Sutton calls and she says she got to be on crutches. But Erika's like, well, you know what? I don't care because calling me a liar is crossing the line. Are you upset with being called a liar or are you upset that you're always called out as a liar because you're so bad at it? I think it's that you upset that people realize you can't lie. And you think you getting over, but you ain't. So Kyle said, well, you know, she did say that you lied. And she gave an example. What example? Well, about the car accident. You said it was a broken ankle, then he was unconscious for hours. Those two things are not true. You did lie. Watch out, Kyle. She might give you a for what? A what? Now Erika throwing allegedly on the stuff she say. Allegedly. If you saying it, you bringing the story, now he's allegedly unconscious for 24 hours. Girl, you can't even keep your story straight. So Erika mentions the competency hearing in court that she's not a part of, and Kyle's like, now I don't know this man well, but he wasn't giving me a coot tea. But Erika's saying he a coot. I don't know what to believe. And Kyle keeps asking these questiony questions instead of just being like Sutton and saying, I don't believe it, and girls, they spent it. Erika gonna say, I don't care if she thinks I threatened her, she should be threatened. So Garcelle gets to the hotel because she was taping the reel, and Sutton drives by in her wheelchair since she's got her sore foot. So Garcelle said, what's up with you and Erika? And Sutton says, do I knock on the door or do I just let it be closed? I don't know if I feel like being bothered with the heifer. And Garcelle agrees. Garcelle's still waiting for her apology for how Erika acted at that trip. Now, Sutton, you bringing up loaning some money to Erika, but I think that really hurt Erika because she knew before you knew when you asked her, hey, you want to borrow some bucks? She knew she wasn't going to be able to pay it back. She knew she was broke as a he-hank. But now we all getting ready and head down to dinner. This is interesting. Everybody's in black, but Kathy and Erika. Erica's in this white dress with fur trim that just doesn't fit the occasion, and Kathy's in a pink suit that's cute. Kyle said, "Oh no, I missed Rena's call." Kathy said, "Is she your boss?" They're having a drink. She said, "I'm your only boss. You need to worry about me, heifer." Dorit gonna say when Kyle get there, "Were you in glam?" Kyle said, "No, I was not in glam." "You always looking for a plot line, Dorit." Oh goodness, and we get old plot lines thrown back. Kyle looks at Rena and says, "Honey, why don't you have a piece of bread?" Yes, let's take it back to Amsterdam. Wait, what? They're taking people from Southern Charm and Southern House or Summer House and putting them in Winter House? Bravo really is going full force with the reality show mashups. They said Ray J ain't gonna be the only one hopping from franchise to franchise. So we go around the table and everybody gives a word for how they're feeling. Erika is fearful, Dorit is relaxed, and Kathy is anxious because she senses the tension in the group. Sutton says, "Well, I did call a meeting without Erika because I was in a scared place. And Erika, you were scary that night. I was frightened." Meanwhile, Erika is in no mood, but however, she needs to take PK's advice and give a much softer approach. But I have a feeling we're going to get another "for what" or "what." So now Sutton trying to say she didn't call Erika a liar. You did say she lied, which therefore makes her a liar. So I think you backpedaling, pussy popping. You never stand in it as firm when she in the room as you do when she out of it. So Erika's keeping it very monotone. I don't care. I don't care what you think. I'm not giving this any more energy. This is dumb. Don't call me a liar. Kathy said, "Well, can we get a little forgiveness? Because I don't think she meant to call you a liar. She just used the wrong word. She should have used embellish." Erika said, "No, I'm not giving this any more energy."
"I'm disengaging like Meredith."
Dorit says, "Well, Erika thinks that Sutton's crossed a line and she's going through a lot right now, so let's just leave it be." And Sutton's like, "Well, hold on. Why am I the bad guy when this heifer's allowed to threaten me? Why is she allowed to treat me like crap and everybody just coddles her when she's lying to our faces?" Good question, Sut. But now Garcelle steps in and says, "Now hold on, Chip Heifer. So making Sutton tell the truth in front of the group when everyone's clearly sympathetic to Erika and she out here looking dazed and confused is gonna be a good look, because then on camera Sutton gonna look mean." Oh, she's picking on Erika. Erika, however, is trying to ice her out because she don't want that heifer on the show. But the Chip Heifer said, "Now look, if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. We can't say, Sutton, you need to fess, but you can tell me I need to fess and remind me of what I said the other night 6 weeks ago. Pepperidge Farm remembers. And you did call her on her back pedal and her pussy pop." So now Rena says, "Well, Garcelle, you say you haven't felt accepted in this group, but you haven't made an effort to really get into the group. We threw you a birthday, but you ain't show up to Kyle's. You ain't even know when her birthday was." I will say, because of Garcelle's busy schedule, and I feel like the same thing happened with Eileen, when you have a working actress on the show, a working personality, they don't have as much time to get into the minutia and the bullshit. It's like, this is another job for her, and she treats it as such, like most black women when they work with a group of white women. So, let's be real, let's be honest. So like her first season, she wasn't even on half the cast trips, and, I wanted to see more of her. Like, she dang near had a friend role. Rena really gonna say, "Garcelle, you need to be more straight up and own it and tell the Chip Heifer how you feel. Let the Utz girl know." Utz. Child, Garcelle done said it. She said, "Well, look, Dorit, you was going in on me. Nobody came to my defense. Nobody in this group ever comes to my defense, and I'm the only black woman here, so don't you think it's a little odd for me? Nobody came up to me after and said, okay, girl, let me spend some more time with you." Which is why Garcelle is half checked out on these heifers. Only Kathy Hilton could get a laugh out of me in this moment. When Garcelle said, "Have you ever walked into a room and felt like you're the only one that's different?" And Kathy said, "Yep," because she's a nut. So it's 11:30 and the dinner's over, and Kathy says, "Will anybody want to come up with for a nightcap or some tea? Come on by the suite." And all the girls are like, "Oh, we're just gonna go back to our rooms." And Kathy said, "I got the suite so people could come hang out and chill." And I'm like, "Oh my god, that is so me." This sound bath is so relaxing. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna download one of those TikTok apps tonight. Ooh, that's relaxing. I'm like, ooh, I could listen to that for a good hour, just in and out of sleep. Oh, yeah. I could so see being like, oh, yeah, I'm going to have a sound bath party. So after the bath, Kyle says, I text Erika, and she said, just do the day without me. And Renna says, well, her brother took over her Coots conservatorship today. Oh, I'm seeing Viola Davis in this L'Oreal commercial. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Get your coin, girl. Get your coin. So Renna and Kyle drop by Erika's room, and she's like, okay, let me tell y'all what's going on with McCool. So now we get Erika telling another lie. So first you say, oh, I don't get articles before they come out. But now you're saying, oh, I read this article before we went to dinner last night. I knew this was going to happen. You see, you're just telling on yourself. Oh, Erika, you are out of touch. You really gonna say, he paid for my grandmother's home. We have to remember that. I think Tom needs help. No, the victims paid for your grandmother's home. He was just spending money that wasn't his. Where is this man's family? Where are his children? They're dodging legal issues. Wasn't the son-in-law working there? They don't want the stain. They don't want to be around. He's a thief. He'll steal from them like he stole your future from you. You were supposed to wait for him to clock out, and then you were going to be the last rich woman standing. Instead, child, the second wife counting her coin. Oh, Jesus, now she's talking about the burglary again, and I don't know what happened once he got out of surgery. We don't believe you. You need more people. You're so worried about Tom being discarded, but he discarded his victims. Girl, you stupid. Well, that was the shit.